2024?
In terms of
the
revenue?
Collection, yeah.
Yes.
And whether you've automated the same?
100%. We did 12.8 billion, 23-24. The year before that, Charles Kerich, use the mic.
The year before that, Chair, we did 10.6 billion, and the previous year was 9.8. So there's a trajectory upward, and of course, previously now there was the issues of COVID, where the revenue had gone down to.
You are also still there that time, right? All the years you are there. You are with Sonko. You are with Sonko.
In various dockets, Chair. Yes. Not just
Not finance.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so we improved from 8 to 9 billion to 10.6 to 12 billion. We fully automated all the revenue streams in Nairobi. All. You cannot pay anything in cash in Nairobi. I even closed the cash office. You pay through *647# and our website. Now, this is the clincher. Our biggest revenue source is land rates. We have done the 2019 valuation rule. Most counties are in 80s. We did it to set up the valuation court. But you can imagine, we have only 175,000 parcels in Nairobi that we see. Of the 175,000 parcels, there are only 30,000 accounts. And so we're doing collection now. But the Ministry of Lands has 350,000 accounts in terms of parcels. So what we've done with them is to create what we call an API between our system and Ardhi Sasa. I said this year we'll hit 20 billion. I am not guessing. We will surpass it. Everybody, if they carry their weight, and we've said you can pay your rates monthly. It doesn't have to be one. And our biggest revenue month is January. Before in Nairobi, you would have to go to different offices to get a license. There would be more than 6 licenses. Food and hygiene, pest control. If you go to someone's office, you would not know the color of the wall because licenses are all over. Come to City Hall at all. We're happy to have the first one. Please, I would welcome you to come and see it. You would think you're in Barclays Bank or Equity. Everyone is served. Before, this staff used to work in silos. The person doing rates would not know how to bill for advertising. The person doing advertising would not know how to deal with public health. Today, they can serve any issue, including inoculation. And so I think it's a case of how to deal with the customers. I told them the first principle we must have is customer excellence, to be obsessed with the customer, and the customer is the citizen of Nairobi. So we made progress there. Senator Montet, I think yours was on the wage bill. Currently, our wage bill is 18 billion shillings. 18 billion annually. Meaning all the money that we get from the Senate is just salaries. Everything else you see happening in Nairobi is our own source revenue. What we get from equitable share just covers the salaries. When you see a road done, I've done more than 75 projects in the wards. I have built more than 17 kitchens in Nairobi County. We're feeding 310,000 children every day at 5 shillings. They all wear this watch. Tap to it. 10,000 children at 5 shillings. That is our own source revenue. 25%, sorry? 17. We built 17 310,000 children. The 17 kitchens are in every constituency. The initial ones were a capacity of 10 to 15,000 meals. These new ones, the last 7 have done, do up to 20,000.
Excuse me, don't shout from there. What you can do is go to the nearest microphone and speak. You are free to speak. This is a committee who listens to people.
The establishment.
Sorry, Chairman. The establishment has 23,000.
Exactly. Attendance is 100%. During school days, you don't see street children. But what we're doing is they're all in our revenue. And so now we want last financial down to move it now to the informal schools. Because we have many schools that are not public. But they're not also academies. They're not the posh schools. In the informal settlements. Because from 1992, this county faced a lot of dereliction. When multipartyism came and Kanu lost control of the capital, no school was built. Water was an issue. And so all of that is from on-source revenue. That's why when I say I need to do 20 billion, Nairobians understand why we need that 20 billion and 25, and we will do it. Tunasema Nairobi lazima iwak. The age breakdown that you've asked for, Senator Kamau.
Did you ask about HR manual?
He moved very fast. I wanted to ask when you were talking about it. I wanted to ask whether you have an updated HR manual.
Opiata?
That one can be answered by yes, please.
Is the Undo Gwiji HR Kenya?
Thank you, Chair. We have an HR manual that is being reviewed now. It is with the board. I think they're just remaining with one step.
Was it last reviewed? Whatever you are using?
Sorry. The one we are using, by the time I joined the county, that is what they were using. So right now it is being reviewed by the board and a team from HR. So we will be able to, in fact, in the next meeting, if there is any, we will be able to surrender it.
You can, okay. Once you are done with it, you can send it to us.
Okay, we will do that. Thank you.
There's one thing that I would really urge you also to focus on. I was also the chair of Labour in the last Senate. Counties are not supposed to be ethnic Balkans. There are certain skills that you cannot have in all the counties. You can't have 47 neurosurgeons or certain, rheumatoid, there are certain skills that are very rare. What we wanted to do that time was to create like a PSC, so that you can do inter-county transfers. If you're hired in Wajir, you can work in Kisumu. If you're hired in Mombasa, you can also
One of the governors here that it is within the of governors to come up with that, because if you wait for the
we're having our election for Council of Governors.
And that is what Senator Chimera has been always asking.
I have not presented anything, but I think maybe I should go for it. What do you think? Anyway,
Governor, proceed.
So we need that in the county. Sorry. Now, finally, we have also entities in the city that we have city companies. We have Nairobi Water and Sewerage Company, providing a wonderful service. We've also done serious board. The board chair of Nairobi Water is a youth. Arnold Karanja is below 35. And he has pushed them to drive collections from 8 billion to 10.8 billion shillings in terms of billing and collections. I'm very happy today as we speak. We have a milestone where I'm going to after this. Nairobi has had a water shortage for a long time. We receive 525 million liters of water, but the demand is 900 million liters daily. There were projects that were stalled in water, Northern Collector from Muranga. I've been able to work with the president to pay those on the oil lifts. Today we're connecting the final bit of it from Kigoro and Gigiri to get an additional 140 million liters daily from today. So there are areas that have never received money since God made Nairobi. And they've not received water since God made Nairobi. From today they'll start receiving water.
Where is that?
So areas like Karen, like Ruta, Ngando, some parts of Eastlands like Mihango, Utawala, will start getting water. They've never gotten it, but they've had the pipes. We'll test it for 2-3 weeks because I want to get the president's diary for him to also join us as we launch. And that's just 140 million liters. What we've been able to do also is to get support from our partners in Korea. Unfortunately, counties can't borrow directly. So the Treasury is holding us back a bit, but I've gotten $100 million to do Maragua 4 and Northern Collector 2. Northern Collector 2 and Maragua 4 will add 220 million liters additionally to Nairobi. Then our engineers, I always encourage my staff. That's why I speak highly about them. Because when you encourage them and you create that environment, they deliver. My engineers in Nairobi Water discovered that in Ngevo treatment plant, we lose 30 million liters of water through what we call the backwash system as we filter it. They have done a reverse system that now that 30 million liters will be coming into the grid. That is half of Sasumwa. Sasumwa Dam in Nairobi gives us 60 million liters. So in the next 3 years, if you support me, senators, the story of water shortage in Nairobi will be in history books. We'll be able to deliver. And that is the essence of devolution. Senator Kamau, I broke down the age in the response. If you look at 1C, those age.
Yeah. Thank you, Governor. I've noted. But, Chair, if you allow me, maybe as a rejoinder of the same.
Let him finish first.
No, it's the same. He has. Okay.
I want to finish because of time.
Yeah, sorry, I was just responding that we've done the breakdown of age. When we send the IPPB data, you'll have the specifics of everybody. The programs for our young people, government can't employ all our young people. I mean, we're trying, we are doing climate works. We said we launched in Nairobi, in Korogosho. There were 20,000 slots. In 24 hours, 195,000 youth applied. That is a very sad situation. 195,000 applied. In the first hour, I saw a video moving, people saying the youth said, I want to see more, we will not apply. In the first hour, 65,000 applied. And so, the biggest threat to our country is not terrorism. It is not Al-Shabaab. It is millions of disengaged, disillusioned young people who have studied, they have certification, they have education, but they're at home. And when they sit at home, they see us passing with guzzlers, they see stories of corruption, they see stories of malfeasance, yet they're home and they've studied. That is what we must address. How do you create opportunities? Through creating an enabling environment for the private sector. Government is not supposed to hire everyone. In fact, if you look at the US now, the debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, it's about big government or small government. When government enables private sector, that's why we're doing our Biashara Fund. That's why we are reducing the license to 1. When you enable the private sector to hire and to employ and to industrialize, that is when you'll sort out. So it's a macroeconomic issue. Counties are limited in terms of what we can do. I'm glad I asked the president, we must move this number, so we're getting the first 20,000 youth coming on board. Then an additional 10,000 will come and join our Green Army in cleaning the city. The 20,000 will work on our rivers, Nairobi River, Madare River, and Ngong River, to create a river corridor that even can be used for transit. As I conclude, you can imagine from First Avenue Eastleigh to Westlands is less than 10 kilometers along the river. From Chiromo to Naivasha Avenue, Naivasha Road in Dagoretti South is 10.6 kilometers. If you create a walkway and a greenway with cycle paths that people can actually walk, many people walk to work along our rivers, you'll change the city. Nairobi is the only city in the world where the rivers are hidden. You have traveled elsewhere, the river is the frontage of the city. You have restaurants along the river, you have even the Westminster is on the River Thames. If you look at the Danube, but Nairobi, despite it being named after a river and carrying Nairobi, The reason why they did that was the colonialists. If you look at the 1948 master plan of the city, wanted a buffer between them and the poor people. So they took the higher areas of the city, the Mudaigas, the Hurlinghams, the Upper Hill, and created a buffer and a green zone which became slums. That is why when it floods, who is affected? Kibera, Mukuru Kwanjenga, Madare, it is the slums. So we want to invert that and change the narrative of Nairobi so that my Maasai ancestors can rejoice again that Nkari Nairobi is back. Chairman, I submit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next set of questions, Senator Beth Siembo.
Thank you, Chair. I think majority of the questions have been asked, but allow me to refer His Excellency to page 2,
Yes.
and that is on the table part C. The one on part C.
Okay, yes,
The
yes.
demographic composition of our employees. I have two questions there. One is looking at 50 to 59. There are 5,398.
Yes.
Your Excellency, do you have succession plan and a good elaborate one on how to handle that? Then the second question on the same is on 60 and above, there are 74. The question is, are they on contract? If yes, how long is the contract? Then the next question is on page 4. We have number 3 on part D, demographic composition of county executive committee members. Number 3, we have Kikuyus, the Murima, that we are at Unguzi.
Don't touch it, please.
15. How many are county executive committee members?
In terms of?
Because it's just lumped together, 15 Kikuyus. Are they, because it's indicating that county executive
okay.
committee members.
I can see.
So the 15 of them, are they all CEC members? Yeah, for now I submit.
Thank you.
Okay, Governor. Excuse me, don't shout from there. What you can do is go to the nearest microphone.
And that is why he's,
Speak. You are free to speak. This is a committee who listens to people.
the
Establishment.
director procurement.
Sorry, Chairman.
Is,
The establishment has
acting. I want to know
23,000.
how long have they been in office? Secondly, Your Excellency, the Article 54 of the that on all include person living with disability. And based on the report that you've given, 0 people living with disabilities. Can you really enlighten, especially the Section 35 states that the Assembly are supposed to approve that you submit with the names of people living with disability. Your Excellency, can you tell us? Don't have a person living with disability on that side, though you also have at least percentage. A number of counties are below 1% in terms of persons living with disability. The law states that we have to have 5% and above. But I want to say, Your Excellency, that though we are doing it progressively, but in terms of the appointees, you don't have. So, yeah, I think I'm done. I also wanted to congratulate the governor on the issue of the gender, which is giving us a total number of 8,660. That is a good progress. I know the women president has been keen on that, and we also been keen on that because that is an issue that is affecting a number of counties. And I want to say for Nairobi County, I must congratulate you for that.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice Chair. Governor Nairobi County, I want to refer you to the AGBO you presented before this committee today. If you look at 2023-24, you had a budget for capital projects amounting to 12 billion. And another 666 billion, that makes a total of 12.7 billion. Out of those, 30%, like you said or indicated, is supposed to be 3.8 billion. And then you've reserved, what you've reserved is supposed to be 3.8 billion, but you've consumed 1.3 billion. And in a rejoinder, you said, it is important to note that AGBO Group participated in other projects meeting the target of 30%. I think the finance person is here. I think he was trying to play around with the figures. How can you say you've set aside 3.8 billion again, and then you tell us you've given out 1.3 billion? Then it is 30%. How can you work out this way? Even Stanley, one boy can tell you these are wrong figures. Can you explain to us if you've not met 30%? Just say what you've done. It is less than 30%. Let me ask our clerks to work on 1.3 billion or 3.8 billion. While they're working on that one, you can answer these other questions.
Thank you. Thank you. And the clarification that I was giving on that was that what you should look at in terms of the budget, the mistake they made on the 12 billion. Actually, this is proper. The earlier response was looking at the entire budget of 42 billion. But I think this is proper now. It's been amended. I asked them yesterday to look at it.
Let them work on it first. You answer these other questions because there is an issue.
Yeah, they can look at it. I suspect it is 46%. I'm a mathematician. Now, to Senator Beth, President of Women in ODM and in broad-based government, where we're very happy. The 5,398 are above 50. Those are people who got hired in Nairobi, very hired in the 80s and early 90s. We have a succession plan. We also have what we call voluntary early retirement that we're working on VER. So those who agree to leave at this point are given what we call a golden handshake, so that we can have a younger, more vibrant workforce. So we're working on voluntary early retirement, and they agree to take it up so that they can pursue other things and invest in business. We were looking for more support. In 2011, before devolution, the World Bank had actually offered to do it for Nairobi. That time it was mayors. They didn't take it up. I picked it up with the last country director, Dr. Keith. Unfortunately, he's been moved. There's a new country director who I will also visit, called, I think, Leah. I'll visit to pick it up. It's the best thing. You want a staff that can operate. If you have like 5 old men sweeping, they will not. And so they end up not doing work, and Nairobians want to be served. And Nairobians are they get dissatisfied very easily, let me put it that way. Your street can be clean every day, and you keep quiet. But the day you see garbage like this, you say, I work, the governor is not working. And so we must keep servicing the county. So those who are 60 and above that you've raised are the persons with disability, mainly, because they're given an extension for a few years. So the 74, you'll have only persons with disability, some on contract, like I've explained, and now the staff like this guy, who are political appointees, so CECs, my deputy governor, who else, SG? You guys should know each other, Yusufia. Nani mwingine? There's one in the
Governor.
in the board.
Excuse me, Governor.
Yeah.
We can give you time by next week. Tuesday, Wednesday.
Do you want the names of the people above
Yes.
above 60? The 74 of them.
Yes.
Yeah, we can give you that.
Okay.
We can give you that.
Okay.
But majority, you know what the law states, that the retirement age for persons with disability is not 60.
65. It's 65.
65. Yeah. That's why there's no one 70 and above. It's just 60. They're not 65. And let me tell you, these people who are above 60, many of them will give you such wisdom in terms of what has been tried and has not worked. And that's why I say you must always balance
Governor,
the energy of youth.
Governor, you're on national television. The Gen Z has.
No, it's okay. They must hear it. You know? They must hear it. That's why you balance. That's why I have the oldest CC and the youngest CC. Those who, let me tell you, wisdom is perspective. Perspective is bigger than vision. Vision just looks ahead. But perspective looks behind, appreciates where you are, and looks ahead. There's nothing new under the sun. And so you must always mix the wisdom of those who've been there with the energy of the young people. That's how you get it right. And so I really appreciate, SG is probably one of my best CCs, you know. He has saved our county so much money by wisdom, by telling us, no, this land had this problem in 1995. We've saved so many costs because of Gaduita here. So, I mean, I could have put a 19-year-old to be in charge of land in Nairobi. Our wage bill in terms of court cases would be hundreds of billions.
Is he engineer by profession?
No, he's a land surveyor.
Surveyor.
Yeah. So
you have your grandson who is graduated also, isn't it? Land surveying. On land surveying, right? Grandson or granddaughter?
Oh.
My daughter is aware.
Sasa unakataa wasiende huko ndio ukae pale.
Oh, no.
But you know, Chair, I would want to agree with the governor because.
No, that was just by
Okay. Thank you.
Remember, Article 27 of the Constitution says we don't discriminate by age. There's something called reverse discrimination. Reverse discrimination then is also saying we don't want old people. We have young people. I love the young people. I'm the youngest, probably the third youngest governor. Governor of Nandi is younger than me, and Governor of Elgeyo Marakwet. I think I'm the third youngest. So we have such a young governor, and my CEC committee in average is the youngest, but we also draw wisdom from those who are older than us. And remember, as I conclude on the age, at age 24, I wrote Article 89 of our Constitution when I was 24 years old, on the limitation. I was a consultant to Parliament. At age 27, I was chairman of the ruling party of Kenya, TNA, when I was 27 years old. At age 28, I was a member of Parliament. At age 32, I was senator. I've become governor. I'm not even 40 years old yet. I'll complete my second term at age 47, and county is 47. And you never know what else after that. The world is your oyster. And so we love the energy of young people, but I will tell young people, always respect the wisdom of the old. It is a balance. Senator, Vice Chair, and also Commissioner, I'm very happy because as Commissioner of PSC, you understand a lot of HR issues. They're not always that straightforward.
Chair, sorry, allow me to interrupt His Excellency. On the 15, on page 4,
Yeah.
you have not touched on that.
Oh, okay. The 15, you know, I don't want to speak about one community only because we were advised not to touch. But let me break it down. At CCM level, at the CCM level, where it is the waziris, there is one Kalenjin, there is one Kamba, there is one Luo, there are 2 Luyas, there's 4 Kikuyus, and there's 1 Samburu. And then there's a governor and a deputy, who we say we are Kenyans. That is how it is broken down. The rest are at the chief officer level, where we have almost all communities. We have Kikuyus, Luos, Luyas, we have Somalis, we have everyone at the chief officer level. And really that one, you base it on merit and on what they can deliver. So I will challenge the NCIC. We're the most balanced county. The only other Samburu CECs are in Samburu County and Nairobi. And that is the lady who's in charge of my health, 124 hospital, 30-year-old in charge of school feeding. She's on feeding 310,000 children daily from Samburu County, but grew up in Nairobi. On the issue of CECs and COs, I think that is covered, unless we can still give.
That's covered. You can go to the vice chair.
Madam Joyce, Vice Chair PSC. Thank you for acknowledging Charles Kerich. Charles Kerich is my strongest pillar in the county of Nairobi in terms of the executive. He's my advisor. He's a CEC. He's been there before. I consult him daily. He's in charge of finance. And let me tell you, what changes many times is the leadership. You can have the same person, ni kama gari, you can't say this car is fast. It's the driver who drives the vehicle. Charles is doing more than he did before with the former governor. Is that true? Yes. There's no other way to answer, and that is why now he has been able to deliver 12.8 billion in revenue, and is going to do 20 billion. My staff, especially at chief officer and CEC level, are not employees. They're teammates. They work 24/7. You can see my staff, my chief officer for environment, closing noisy clubs, dealing with people who are urinating on road. He does it 24 hours. These people wanajituma because as a leader, your first job is to paint a picture of the vision of what you want and get disciples. Jesus started with just 12. Today, many of us are Christians, And so these people, I see them as gladiators and warriors who support me. On the issue of acting, they are little Sakajas. And I wish them the best. And that's why you don't even see conflict between myself, my deputy governor, because everyone knows their work, everyone is doing their work and sticking to their role, And he was with you guys in Lamu the other day, when he came for the funeral of the deputy governor of Lamu, and again, condolences, Senator. Yes, the procurement director is acting, and many others have been acting. When I came into City Hall, I asked them, is this Hollywood? Everyone is acting. It's like a movie. Everyone is an actor. And it's because before then, because of job security and being insecure about people, no one wanted to be confirmed. And they're not confirming people. The County Public Service Board is the employer. The governor doesn't employ. They have all the requests for confirmation. They've been able to confirm quite a number of directors in different dockets. They're doing it sector by sector. So for instance, in ICT, they have confirmed all the directors. They have come to built environment. Mobility, they've confirmed the directors of roads, of transport, etc. So they're moving sector by sector.
Governor, when do you expect these other actors to be confirmed?
For me, if I was to do it, I'd do it today. But I can't commit a date.
Yes.
Because it's the Public Service Board, which is semi-autonomous. But the representative of the Public Service Board can tell us when they'll be done. I really want them to finish.
Can you kindly tell us, please?
Morakisha Yukitu.
Where is that person? He's not here. Oh, okay.
So thank you, Chair. When we receive the request from the sector for confirmation, then we proceed and do the confirmation.
So you are receiving it from where?
Sorry?
You are receiving it from where?
We receive from the sector. They come in in different batches. So as soon as you receive, the board confirms.
Chair, this was specific.
No, no,
Asked
no,
about
no.
this was who are here.
Hapana, ni sawa, ni sawa. Fine, thank you.
They have those requests with them. The county secretary who is here sends them. They have the request. I want them to fast track it.
Also, go to now the next question.
The next question. The county secretary, he was also acting only recently, before it was Patrick Analo. You know, the county secretary must be approved in the county assembly. I had sent the name of one Jarius Musumba to the assembly. He had historical issues with the MCS. They rejected him. So once they rejected, you start again from scratch, and you must do a process using a firm to advertise for the position of county secretary, which we're going to do. We want somebody to sit on that position properly, and it will be open to all Kenyans to apply for that position. Article 54 of the County Government Act, and the Constitution, Senator Joyce, you're right. In the position of chief officers and CECs, again I say, I don't know how to put it. I know there are some who are living with disability, but they don't declare it. But, you know, it's a personal thing. Maybe somebody might be embarrassed or might not want to declare it. In the Waziris, I don't have one because it's just 10 positions. And I don't want to make anyone get disabled or anything. But the team I have has really been delivering. So please allow me just to keep the 10. I don't want to change any of them. In chief officers, I do have, but as I'm saying,
Your Excellency, I know it's not your making. You are supposed to just produce a list. The people who are supposed to guide you and to assist you in terms of adhering to the law is the assembly.
Yeah.
So in one way, I would lay the blame on the assembly, because we are not saying that anybody should be a disabled, or we can, and then we are not also saying that we have to force them. I think what makes us to believe that a certain person is a disabled is once they are registered with within the name. So
you know, someone can be disabled and you can see it, but they're in denial and they don't want to have that.
Meaning he's not disabled because he has not registered.
Yeah.
So proceed, Governor.
Chair,
Then we have a finance person.
Yeah.
Procurement, yes. Director is there, acting director.
Richard.
Yes.
Richard Mugoko. The superstar on procurement. I must say, he is the first county to go fully on e-procurement. There is no physical LPO in Nairobi. Everything is digitized e-procurement because of him, meaning he has many enemies in town. Those who used to do fake LPOs in River Road. Richard.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Chair, we provided this report based on capital projects for the financial year 2023-2024. The amount given for capital projects is 12.062. Then for RMF,
sorry,
12 billion 062 161 128.
Okay.
Then for RMF, that is Road Maintenance Fund, is 667 491 356. And I confirm that we have attained the 30%. We have attained the 30%, Chair, because when we do the advertisement, we specify this is for the reserved cadre, this is for youths.
Director, right?
Yeah.
Director, these documents are your documents.
Yes.
They are not mine. They are not this committee's documents.
Yes, yes.
They are yours. And you have a total of 12.7 billion. Let's start from there.
Yeah.
And then 12.7 billion, 30% is 3.8 billion.
Yeah.
Right?
The figure is here 3.5, yeah?
Sorry?
3.8.
It's there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but the award was 1.3 billion, according to your documents.
Now, that's what I was explaining, Chair.
Yes.
When we do the advertisement, There are those projects where we reserve for women, for that PWC, and the youth. And now the scenario here, there are those who register as AGBO. One individual has 5 companies. 3 are under AGBO, and 2 are in the general category. So they would apply in the reserved area.
Foreign Director, then is it my responsibility to do these documents? It was your responsibility. The total is 1.371. These are your documents. 1.3 billion is what you gave us. This is what you gave us. You are supposed to give us plus those ones also. Right?
So I will do it by Monday, Chair. By Monday, Chair.
Sindio? Yes, that's what I'm trying to get out of you. I wish the governor anakuona tu anasema unakosea. I know.
Okay, Chair.
Yes, vile umesifio.
By Monday,
so basically what I'm saying,
yeah,
give us the rest also, so that you can get up to 3.8 billion. That is 30%. And this is his baby.
Yes.
You've heard him saying.
Yes, Chair.
The governor said 30% was his proposal to the Senate. And now you're letting him down. Yours is at 10.78. What you've given us, the 1.3 billion, is 10.78. And
Chair, I think from his explanation, he's got the figures. Let's give him time so that at least he can put them together, and by next week he brings the whole figure of 30%.
That's what I'm trying to say. So the documents we have here.
He has stated here.
Yes.
He has stated so well that.
Chair, I want to assure you, we're the best performing on AGBO. These people know that's my baby.
Yeah.
I drove that thing like crazy to make sure young people get a chance. So let him just put the documentation better in terms of what the 1.37 relates to, and even our other entities. We actually
Governor,
the best.
Look at the names.
Yeah.
You mentioned 125 companies.
Yeah.
Did 1.3 billion.
Yes.
So it's supposed to be more than 125, right, my friend? So give us those ones, the company names, and then 3.8 billion. Okay. We'll give you a week to respond.
Thank you, Chair. I'll do, Chair.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency the Governor.
I'm grateful.
Members.
Yeah, I think, Chair, I think we have deliberated on a number of issues which are affecting the Nairobi County. Your Excellency, I want to just thank you and.
Before 1 minute, I forgot something, Governor. A very important one. You've mentioned something very important. Biashara Fund.
Yes.
I don't know if you've put 1.5 billion or you want to put 1.5 billion. Yeah. We have Nawiri Fund. Nawiri Fund. This is from the governor of Trans Nzoia. He had put about 100 million, and it's a revolving fund. If you have an LCO or LPO or an LSO, you go through that fund, borrow money, and when payment comes, it goes through the same fund. So, can you tell us, this Biashara Fund, is it doing the same formula or system?
You see, thank you, Chair. I'll sit down with my colleague from Trans Nzoia and tell him how that 100 million can become 1.5 billion. Because what I've put is also 100. Banks, the work of banks is to give loans. But banks give loans based on risk and interest. So the 100 million that I passed in my assembly is interest and risk. From that 100 million, KCB is giving us 1.5 billion. So it's 1.5 billion that's available, but the taxpayer money is 100 million. So I will tell you, because that's also my village is Kitale. So you know, now he's been doing Tawe so much, he's forgetting something. But he's a brilliant guy. He's my good friend.
But, his documents were very good.
Wonderful.
And presentation was as good as yours. Now,
people from Kitale are like that.
Yes. Yeah. So if you have your final comments,
Yeah, thank
please.
you, Chair.
And everybody under 1 minute.
Yeah.
Please.
I really want to appreciate His Excellency and his team. They are doing a fantastic job. I can see he has a vision. Please keep focused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. But please, before I appreciate the governor, because in a summary he's done it very well. Please let me just ask this. I don't know where we went wrong as a people of Nairobi, because I'm sure you've been to Rwanda, and all these people have been to Rwanda, and Rwanda is looking clean and beautiful and nice. Is it that we are a punitive country that people decide to just go against what regulations are put? Is it that we don't educate our people? Where did we lose it, and where did we go wrong?
Let me
You
just
can
tell
answer
you
that
very
question.
quickly.
Yes, please. Under 1 minute.
First of all, you know,
I'll give you time to. Okay. Okay.
I think, His Excellency, please, I think
Mainly not,
you should sacrifice your political patience and declare Nairobi. Forget about what people say about you, have been saying and all these things. Just say you want term governor, and then you put systems in place.
I agree.
Yeah. And
You
this
know-
country is going to remember you.
You
Because
know-
there's a lot of mess in this country. I mean,
You
this
see,
city.
just the other week,
Thank you, Senator.
Chairman, the other week, we were relocating traders who are on the road in Marikiti. Women who sit on the carriageway. Trucks that are in the middle of the median. You saw the political interference that was probed. I said, no matter what political interference, go there today. They're not there. Yeah. We were relocating matatus here, and they had agreed. The long distance matatus going to Trans Nzoia, to Kisii, that use Wayaki way, to just come straight all the way to Green Park. You saw the political interference. What we've said is, for us to make Nairobi what it must be, we will not pander to political whims. We will do it, do the hard thing, the right way. That is how we will have a clean city. So apart from the issue that I explained to you, on because clean a city is three things. One is manpower, two is equipment, three is operation and maintenance. You must have fuel, you must have all that. When exchequer doesn't come, everything we collect in Nairobi goes to paying salaries. So now when we ring fence that under the Green Nairobi Limited Company, that will have, it is on the water bill, just 10% will go to garbage. So they'll have the operational amounts. The 3,500 youth who are here, who we've employed, will go to Green Nairobi Limited. The 10,000 we're getting in climate works will also go there. And the 200 trucks we're getting because of waste to energy, we're going to produce 45 megawatts of power in Dandora. Dandora, which was always a negative story, will add power to our grid. We already signed with China National Electric and Engineering Company. Last week I was with Opio Wandai, the CS for Energy, and Kipto of EPRA, to agree on the power purchase agreement of the tariff of how much we'll sell the power to Kenya Power. That power can light the whole of Nairobi from our garbage. The company doing it are the same ones who've done Addis Ababa. So yes, I know Rwanda. Though Nairobi is bigger, you know, the GDP of Nairobi is $28 billion. The GDP of Rwanda as a country is $11 billion. We're times three. Kigali is like Westlands. However, the quality of life that our people require is the same. So we'll forget about the politics can't stay. We will do what we must do, and I assure you, by the time the politics comes, people will say, no, this is the guy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Senator Kamau, and Senator Kamau, Senator Lomonen, under 1 minute, please.
Thank you very much, Chair. I want to congratulate the governor for the good work that he is doing to the people of Nairobi and Kenya at large, because actually Nairobi is like Kenya.
Thank you.
And finally, Chair, despite the challenges that are in Nairobi, the governor is doing a very good job. We are behind you. We will support you.
Thank you very much, Senator Lomonen.
And sorry, Chair, when I was chair of this committee, I visited Mpeketoni Lamu, and he was an MCA, and now he is the senator. You know, and you remember what had happened there was terrible. We lost so many lives. And I was with your colleagues, Monica, now she's a women rep, isn't it? Oh, but is she the women rep? She was an MC at that time. There was Jomo Kenyatta, person with disability. Please pass our regards to all of them. And I'll be happy to come back.
Senator Lomonen.
I wish my friend Solomonic wisdom so that he gets to another level.
Which level is that?
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, another level is down there. I hope it's not that one. Okay, Madam Vice Chair.
I don't think I have much, Chair. I just want to say thank you so much, Your Excellency. A number of issues has been raised. You've also explained a number of things that I felt Nairobi will never remain the same. That is our feeling that We have water in Nairobi. We can handle the issues of too much traffic, and we handle the issues of generally the youth. I think Nairobi will never remain the same. So we wish you all the best. And for your information, we have 3 MCAs. We have the Daraka being an MCA, former MCA. We have Lamu being a former MCA, and Vice Chair, of course, being the Secretary of the County Assemblies Forum by that time.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice Chair, Your Excellency, the Governor, and also under 1 minute. Please.
Thank you. Very quickly. What you're doing. This, for me, is a dream come true. That you can question. So you must not call PSs on the 30%. You must also call heads of. Very proud of what you're doing and the committee members. Thank you. I really must acknowledge the Senate. The Senate of Kenya is doing a great job supporting the evolution. You know, I've been a senator longer than I've been a governor. So I'm always batting on your side. You have an assignment coming soon. Please do the right thing. As always, you know the assignment. You know the assignment coming. Help us as a country. Help us as a country. Finally,
I can assure you will set the best political environment in this town. That one we counted down.
60 out of 67. Finally, Chair, I just want to ask members of the Senate, as well as the people of Nairobi. I've been governor for now just 2 years. This county of Nairobi had gone into a free fall. Remember, we got NMS, which left us with pending bills of 16 billion. There was always violence in the assembly. You remember removal of speaker, mafirifiri, all those things. Nairobi was always a war zone. There was even a police post in the assembly. These are the first 2 years of peace in Nairobi County. I ask for patience. We're going to make this the best city in Africa, Africa's capital. It'll be clean. It'll be a city of order, a city of dignity, a city of hope and opportunities. And for me to do that, I need the support of the Senate. So please shield us. Please fight from our corner. Please protect the counties. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Governor Nairobi City County. I just wanted to share with you this document. It came today to us from Kakamega County. And it's not, in fact, it is to your county secretary, the acting county secretary. Look at this document. Nice. The content also very good. Yours contents are good, but you need to do something nice and better, please, because this is Nairobi. It's not Kakamega. That's number one. Number two, we've asked for some documents for procurement. Kindly, please, when you give us those documents, make sure you liaise with your county secretary and give us something good. The contents are very good. Even representation, the way he presented documents are very good. He has been represented by very good people here, able, highly qualified people. That's also a plus. Your Excellency, Governor, I want to thank you for coming and your team. You have a very good team, experienced, highly experienced team. And you need to do better than Kakamega at least. So having said that,
Kakamega is my ancestral home.
Yeah, that's
my grandfather and grandmother from there. So I'm happy that Ferdinand Fernandez is doing good.
Governor, we got some documents from counties like Makueni, very good documents, and also programs. You have very good program, I know, but not documented here. Please, if you can add those ones also, we'll appreciate. And also Kitui County. And we expect that kind of quality work from you. Having said that, let me thank my members, the media, and also your team. Asante sana, hoping, inshallah, everything goes well. Tunataka Nairobi County to be one of the best counties in Africa. Thank you. Thank you very much.
The media normally come like this. Many.
Let me be honest with you. Because you are here. That's why many of them are here. But they are my friends.
Because the president of the county is here.
Yes,
so they are waiting for you and they are also waiting for the weekend.
Yes. Asante sana.